Hello guys, it's Ryan Ho back with another video. Today I want to talk about the Logitech G735. This is their wireless gaming headset that has Lightspeed. So what is Lightspeed? It's basically low latency gaming. So when you're kind of listening to your in-game audio or listening to music, it only takes 12 milliseconds to reach your ear, which is so fast that you can't really tell the lag. So I've been using this headset and also been using my wireless Lightspeed mouses. So this is Logitech G Pro wireless, and then this is the Logitech G915, and all this performs fantastically fast with low latency. All right, so let's talk about the peripherals and how good they go together. So obviously we're gonna talk about the sound of the Logitech. I tested in both wired, wireless mode. I'm gonna do some comparison to this HyperX over here as well. And then we're gonna talk about all the features and the app, and then we can kind of do some mic tests as well. So yeah, I do think this headset sounds really, really good. I think if someone's looking for something that's very aesthetically pleasing, like just look how good this thing looks, and looking for something that sounds good, I think this is a good option. As always, if you guys can please like down below and comment if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And of course, please subscribe, helps my videos out and helps me kind of, continue making content for you guys. All right, let's take a closer look at the Logitech, right? So we have this microphone, mine's a little scratched a little bit over here, but it's bendable, so you kind of configure it whichever way you like. These plushy ear pads fit my ears really well. And of course, they're very comfortable to boot. So honestly, these pads are really, really nice. I can't say enough about how comfortable they feel. Now, of course, we have this top band. It might not look like much, but this headset really, like I said, isn't that heavy. So it really kind of supports your head really well. And I didn't find that an issue at all. And of course, we have these nice, I guess they remind me of Apple-esque kind of connections. They kind of just push really well and they glide and they stay in place really well. And of course, you got this nice RGB ring around it as well. So you get that nice aesthetics. I feel like this whole headset together with its whiteness really just kind of looks really good, honestly. So we can talk about the buttons, right? So we have, if it's on or off, we have the on off button, the volume dial, and then we have the mute button, then the aux cable if you want to connect it wired, and then the charging USB-C. And then moving to the right side, we have the Bluetooth button and the indicator when the Bluetooth is connecting. And then we also have the switcher, so you can kind of switch the device and change the mixing, right? So clicking this and holding this, you can switch this device to connect to both your computer, let's say your wireless dongle plus like your phone if it's connected to Bluetooth. And you can use this to kind of adjust the volume between both your devices. This is the first kind of device I've seen that does that really well, and I thought this was really cool. So you can take calls and play your games at the same time using just one headset. So that's a really cool feature to have. All right, so let me know how the mic sounds. I'm gonna do a typing test so you guys can see, or I guess you guys can hear what it sounds like. Let me know if that noise cancels everything effectively. All right, so how does the Logitech sound, right? So this headset, like I said, it has wireless. You can also do it in wired mode. I actually found when I tested it wired that there's definitely a really good tuning with it because when you play it wired, you have to turn the whole headset off. So it's plugged in and there's no like battery power, there's no RGB, no nothing. And the sound I actually got from it was really good. It was pretty flat. I do think the mid-range, the treble could have been, emphasized a little bit more. So when I connected it back to my PC, that's when I noticed that there's some type of EQ going on, which is basically using digital software to kind of tune the headphone, and it makes it sound better, honestly. So I probably wouldn't really use this headset wired, and wireless mode, it sounds better and has a better tuning, in my opinion, right? So we're gonna talk about how it sounds in the wireless mode because it is a wireless headset, right? So in the wireless headset, they have different kind of settings and EQ settings. Obviously, I tried it in the default, which is the flat mode. And flat mode, I think, does a really good job explaining what it sounds like, honestly. Like the bass, you get a nice kick to it. It's not like overpowering, explosive. Like you get a nice feeling, but it's never overwhelming because a lot of people, when they're playing like a lot of games or shooter games, they don't want the big explosions to kind of mask the other sounds, right? So you don't really get that type of response from this headset. So we go to the mid-range where you hear a lot of like the voices, the dialogues, and even some of the footsteps in there as well. This sounds really good. Like it sounds very full and complete, and I really have no complaints about it. But like I said, you have the digital tuning with this, so of course it's going to sound good, right? And yes, it sounds very flat and balanced there as well. And then when you move to kind of the treble, it's nicely emphasized. There's none of those like sharp sibilant sounds when you're shooting guns. It doesn't like pierce your ears and hurt. You don't get any of that. It's a nice, pleasant sound to listen to, but it does not sound too relaxed. Like you can hear all the detail and subtleties in there. So I think it does a really good job, especially when it's a wireless headset too, because kind of the wireless tech does lose a little bit of the detail compared to like the wired counterparts. But I didn't really find myself missing too much when I was using this headset. And yeah, so overall, I think the sound is fantastic, especially for a wireless headset. But really, I'm surprised at how natural sounding this headset sounds. Like with its tuning, it really does like sound really good with music. Like I was just listening to music and I was like, yeah, that's really good. And when you have a natural sounding thing for music, you can only imagine how it sounds for gaming. And when I was playing games, like the dialogue sounds like they're right there in front of you in the same room as them. And really, that's what you want in a headset, is just something that's tuned very well. It's not the classically like boomy explosion type of V-shaped sound that gaming headsets are known for, but this is actually a really, really balanced headset. So that's really nice to see. All right, so taking a look at the Logitech G Hub app, you can see all your Logitech devices. So I have my mouse, my keyboard, my camera, and then of course the headphones. And then everything's black and this is white. But anyways, so here you can kind of tune it. So right now I have auto EQ, which is flat. You have different presets on here, so you can go like big bass mode. It kind of shows you what it's doing to change it. They even have like custom modes, which I thought was interesting. So you can kind of see like other people made some EQs and you can choose those if you want. But for sake of simplicity, I just kept it to flat to do this review. You can change your system volume right here. So your volume, you can even change the actual device volume and your microphone. And then you also control your side tone. So it's pretty nice. You can even do surround sound from here. Microphone, you have different options. So you have the Blue Voice, and then you got NVIDIA. I mean, I personally just like NVIDIA, so I would just use that because it's just really good. That's what I use most of the time too for all my needs, because the noise canceling is just kind of insane. The sampler, you can choose different samples for your macros and stuff like that, which is fine. And then, yeah, and then you have your light sync, which is kind of your color. So you can kind of choose your different kind of ways you want your light to appear on your headset. So that's kind of cool. So all these type of options are available in the app. So when I compare it to the HyperX Cloud Alpha S, obviously it's a wired headphone. So when I compared this wired and this wired, I found that the HyperX did sound a little bit more like detailed, but obviously this has digital tuning when you turn it on wireless mode, so it actually sounds better in that mode. And I feel like when I compare it back and forth between that, I would say they're about equal in detail. Now this headphone is $130. Obviously this is $230, but what you're getting is obviously the RGB lights, you're getting the wireless aspects, you're getting the fact that you can connect Bluetooth and Lightspeed wireless at the same time, and all those controls and the USB dongle mode. So you're getting a lot more for that $100 versus this is just a plain Jane kind of wired headphone, right? So when it comes to kind of the fit and comfort of this thing, I mean, it fits really well. The headband above, because it's so lightweight, you don't really need much padding, and I feel like the padding is really nice up there already. And then these ear cups are honestly so fluffy and like plushy, and they fit really well. Like I have no complaints about the comfort. I would say it's like a cloud on your head if I really had to describe it. So I don't think anyone's really gonna have an issue with this. And my ear has good space between it and the drivers, so I don't really feel like it's too clamped at all. So yeah, I think it's really comfortable. I think if you had like really, really big ears, then you might have an issue, but I think for most people, you should be good. So Logitech G735 really is a wireless gaming headset that has low latency. With 12 milliseconds, you're not going to really see or hear the lag. And of course, that Lightspeed tech really does its job. Of course, the sound of this also is really good. With its flat EQ, it sounds very balanced and natural. And of course, you have different tunings if you want more bass and such, you can add that yourself. And the headset is also really comfortable, right? With the kind of headbands, really comfortable with my little plushy ear pads. Like these are so big and soft. It feels like a cloud on my head. And really, I can't help but recommend this headset because of all those features. And the last thing, of course, is it looks good. I feel like a lot of people are going to buy it just because they like the way it looks, the white look, and how simple but elegant it looks. I think really kind of attracts people to it with its RGB as well. Anyways, if you guys just smash the like button down below, helps my videos out. Please like and subscribe because it kind of allows me to continue making videos like this for you guys. And of course, comment down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you guys have. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.